What is going on, guys? Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. We are coming in with another episode of the podcast. So, just connecting the stream here. My girls and guys, I hope you are having a wonderful start to the morning, to the evening, or to the afternoon, if it is indeed the afternoon for you. We're going to be starting this episode off in 1 minute. And if you're coming into this one live, would love to know that you're here and ready to listen up, get the juice. We're going to be talking about 2025 and kicking off in the very best way today. All right, so we're approaching the end of November, and I think it's time to have a conversation with all of you guys so that we can make 2025 the best year that we ever freaking have. So if you're coming to this one live, guys, let us know that you're here and rock and rolling. All right, just sending a message to my team to get us ready. Hopefully they'll give us a bit of a tag. What's going on, Steve? It's lovely to have your company here, mate. I saw that you've obviously just been out bashing it early, brother. I hope you're well. I reckon this podcast might give you a little bit of steam. Hello, Jackie. How are you, babe? I hope you are fantastically well. What's going on, Max? Oh, my God, Max. The first thing that I looked at this morning was your post. Nearly 20 kilos, brother. Makes me feel so fucking excited, man. You're the Ben Robinson of 2024. Don't you reckon, Steve? Do you reckon that's a fair comparison, brother? Levi, what's going on, my man? I hope you are having a tremendous start to your morning, champion. Guys, we're going to start this episode in 1 minute, so clocking down. G'day, Jules. What's going on, girlfriend? I hope you're good. Hope you're having a lovely start to the day. I'm super excited. This is, I don't know. It's funny when you're doing what you love, how quickly the year just goes. We're nearly Christmas. Oh, who's got their Christmas tree up already? I got to sort that out this weekend, I think. I'm going to sort that out. Okay, so I think we're nearly ready here, guys. What we're going to do is go live on all the socials. And so if you want to ask anything during the podcast, or you've got any tips that you think will be really helpful for other people, something that you feel has worked, by all means, pop them into the comments. If you got any questions, I will stick around and answer any questions at the end of the podcast. And without further ado, guys, we're going to get stuck into this. So let's get it. All right. Hello, Ez. How are you, mate? Good morning. Thank you. On the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Welcome back to the Better Body Academy podcast. This is the podcast that you come to when you are sick of the dumb diets and unsustainable workout programs. Look, we run this podcast episode for free for one reason, right? For one reason. This fitness industry is full of so much bullshit that makes it so hard. I'm coming out steaming this morning. It makes it so hard. And our mission is the absolute opposite. It's to take the everyday mums and dads and simplify the process. So what we're going to do today is have a conversation around how to set up for 2025 to be your best ever year. The year that you finally get to your fitness goals. Why the hell are we having this conversation in November? Because for so many of you guys, here is what you do. Here is what you do. You have a really good time through November. You work your guts off. You're putting in, and then you think Christmas, and it's a slow decline to Christmas. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't have fun. I'm all about embracing Christmas, having a few beers, enjoying a shit ton of ham or prawns or chicken, depending on wherever you are on your side of the world. Have a feast. That's what you should be doing. However, the reason you struggle to start every new year, the reason you're not getting the results that you want is because you're starting the new year from a dead stop. It's kind of like, imagine you're in a harbor and your ship's come to dock. It sits there for a few days over Christmas and New Year while we piss up and have a good time. And then we get ahead of steam with our New Year's resolution on the January the 2nd, 3rd, or 4th, and we're trying to push this bloody big ass boat into movement and it's not working. And then by the 5th or 6th or 7th, we've given up. You know the cycle. So what I want to talk about in this podcast is how you can avoid that. Okay. So number one, I think now is the right time to reflect on what worked for you this year and what didn't work. You know, I think a lot of us, we keep fucking grabbing the hot pan over and over and over and over again. Do you know what I mean by that? We keep making the same mistakes in our fitness journey over and over again, whether it's extreme calorie restriction or whether it's we try to exercise or cardio off the fat, or we do these dumbass diets like keto or carnivore, just absolutely fucking stupid. We just keep making the same mistakes. And my experience is that we eventually get to a point where we're just like, okay, now I'm so confused, I don't know what to do. I might get a coach. You've wasted all these years in the process. Here, let's keep it simple. What worked for you this year? I'm going to guess that what worked was when you made your health our priority, you weren't perfect, you prioritized nutrition, you started working out 1 or 2 days a week. These are basic things. So I want you to just like go through and identify the areas that worked and that didn't. The great thing about a new year is whether it's just time is just really like, what is time, right? It's just kind of an illusion. But there's something about the new year where we feel like, hey, this is a fresh start. So let's use the fresh start to our advantage by taking stock of what we learned and what we messed up this year. Does this make sense? Write them down so we can not make the same mistakes next year. Who do you not want to be? What do you not want to do? The second thing we need to do is define our actual vision. I think a lot of us, what we do is we start a fitness journey and our goal is to like get fit, lose weight. What does that mean? What does that actually mean to you? What does lose weight mean? Does it mean that if you lost a kilo in a year, you hit your goal? Does it mean any type of weight on the scales is good? Because I can tell you straight away, if all you're doing is losing scale weight, but your body composition is not changing, if you're just a lighter, skinny fat version of the same guy or girl that you were 2 months ago, what's the point? You haven't changed anything. The goal should be to get stronger, to have a lifestyle, a fitness that supports your lifestyle. So you can be a better mum, dad, uncle, aunt, son, whatever you are in the world. But you got to have a vision, like what you're trying to do. And so what a lot of people will do is they have an unclear vision. So they just go and do the thing that is either easiest, most convenient. For example, I'll go for a run. That sounds like a good idea. Who's done that? All right, it's time to start my fitness journey. I want to get fit. I'm going to go for a run. And then about 5 minutes into the run, you're sitting there going, what the fuck am I doing? I hate running. I'm not actually even sure what I'm running for. Actually, am I trying to run the fat off? Or am I trying to improve my cardio? Or am I running for a marathon? I have no idea of what I'm trying to do. So we need to, right now, set some goals, set some visions around what you're trying to actually achieve. So what could that look like? Okay, it could look like, I want to lose 10 pounds of body fat by the end of June. That's a really nice, clear target. It could be that I want to run 10Ks by the September half marathon thing, which has a 10K run slot, right? It might be that I want to go all in and run a marathon by the end of the year. It might be that I want to get down to 15% body fat, whatever it is. It could be that my focus is that I want to get really strong through this year, through next year. What does that look like? Oh, I want to be able to squat 100 kilograms, or I want to be able to bench press 20 kilograms. It doesn't matter, but you've got to be clear in what you're actually trying to do, because the next step in this process, after we've reflected on what worked and what didn't, we've defined the vision and the goals for the next year, we're now going to reverse engineer a game plan. This is where we make sure that the things that we do actually line up to what we're trying to achieve. I'll give you a silly example. If I wanted to run a marathon, I need to do a lot of running. That might sound crazy, but and likewise, if I want to lose 20 kilograms, I need to have a nutrition plan. If I want to lose 20 kilograms, I need to have a plan for my strength and resistance training to make sure that my metabolism is strong. You see what I mean? You have to link the actual outcome to the goal, or you end up one of these people that goes to the gym and just goes over there and does the treadmill because they just don't know what they're actually doing there. So we need to set the vision, work backwards on establishing what you're trying to achieve, and then we put in place a game plan. Okay, what do we do once we've got the game plan? Well, if you guys have been on a fitness journey before, you will know that the plan is only half the problem. Would you agree? That it's doing it that's the tough part. When you're a busy mum and dad, the challenge is that you've got so many things to juggle that are calling for your time. And the truth is, you're going to run into some real headaches along the way. It is not going to be easy. It's going to be simple, but it's not going to be easy. And so what we need to make sure is that you have an accountability system. This is the reason why so many people can lose weight but can't keep it off, because they lose weight by simply restricting calories, but they can't keep it off because they don't have an accountability system and a proper plan. So we want to make sure that you have an accountability system going into your 2025. Now, that accountability system could look like this. It could look like you have a workout buddy. That's pretty simple. Or it could look like that you have a buddy on Zoom that you do home resistance training workouts with. That could be cool. It could be that you join a coaching program. It could be that you get a personal trainer. It doesn't matter what it is, but suffice to say, the man or woman that tries to do it on their own likely fails. And I'm going to put my hand up and say, this is the reason why I pay exorbitant amounts of money to actually be in a coaching program, a business coaching program, because I know that I can't do it on my own. I can't extend to the goals that I want to extend to. But secondly, when things get tough and I start to have a little slop in motivation, I need to make sure that I've got team around me to pick me up, because you're not going to be motivated all of the time. Like, that's a pipe dream. Let's talk finally about an attitude going into the holidays. If you are in Better Body Academy, you can expect that over the course of the next week to two, I just need to decide upon the date, that I'll be doing a workshop for you guys, teaching you exactly what to do and how to approach the festive season. Because let's face it, this is a time that you should be enjoying. These fitness guys that don't say, don't eat that, don't eat that, don't eat that, don't, like, shut the fuck up, right? You're a human. It's Christmas. It's a time for family and food, having a couple of beers if that's your vice. But that doesn't mean that everything needs to go out the window. That doesn't mean you need to stop obeying the general principles of being a fit and healthy mum or dad. So what we're going to be doing with you is talking to you about how you should be training. I'll give you a hint. You could really reduce your volume, train for 15 minutes a day, doing 2 movements. That is amazing. You could aim to just get out there and do your steps. You could aim to forget about calories and just focus on hitting your protein targets. Wouldn't it be better to have a plan going into the holidays rather than feeling like, oh man, I'm not hitting my calorie target. I'm not doing this. And you just feel like a big fat failure. That's horrible. And so, guys, let's go over this very quickly and hit it. Number one, do a reflection. Do it now. There's probably 95% of you won't do it. The 3 to 5% that do, that say, you know what, you're right. I need to reflect on what works and what didn't. Define your 2025 vision. What do you want your health and fitness to actually look like? Number 3, we need to work backwards and make sure that you've got a plan. Number 4, you need to have some accountability. If you don't have accountability, either within inside our program or outside of it, you're going to fail. There's like being man-made, like it's a false. It's a false. Number 5, you need to embrace the holidays. This is a good time to be part of something. This is a time to enjoy yourself and be present with your family. But don't stop. Recharge, but stay in momentum. And the final thing that I want to give as a hot tip is the very best thing that you can do if you're a busy mum and dad is to win New Year's Day. If you win New Year's Day, that doesn't mean that you can't get drunk. That doesn't mean that you can't hang with your friends. But if you win New Year's Day, you set the tone for the entire year. And then if you win the second, you set the tone, you hammer it in. And then the third, you hammer it in. If you can win New Year's week, you'll win the fucking year because you've set the tone early. Working backwards from that, the best way to win 2025 is to start right now. Now, if you are listening to this podcast and you are not in Better Body Academy, what the hell are you doing? Right now, for today, we are running a 30% discount on our programs. If it's time for you to finally get off the fence, shoot us a message. We'll have a conversation with you. If you are in Better Body Academy already and we haven't sent you a message yet because you're fairly new in the program, but you're like, you know what, this place is so fucking cool. I'm not going anywhere for the next 2 years. Then send me a message and I'll sort you out. Guys, this has been the Better Body Academy podcast, coming to you for an Australian Friday and a booming rest of the world Thursday. I hope you guys are winding up November strong and healthy. I'll see you in the next episode. All right, team. Thanks for coming in. Hello, Timbo. How are you, legend? I hope you're good. Give yourself permission. Hey, Ames, what's going on? Hey, Lozzie. Oh, all the girls are in here. I love that. So, guys, if you've got any questions, bang them in the comments. But like I said, I will be doing a workshop for you guys over the course of the next couple of weeks on how to go about the approach into 2025. And I really do think it is going to help. Hello, Dino. Hello, Kath. Hello, Amy. I hope you guys are well. So, guys, that's it from me. Peace. Have a beautiful evening, morning, or afternoon. We love you. We appreciate you. And we'll